Once again, before you start painting this, I am going to encourage you to pull up the rubric and take a look at it. Let's just go over that real quick. You already did the tracing part. Now we're going to be worrying about the colors, and we're going to be worrying about the painting. Now with the painting, it says to get an A, you painted the figure in black and 2 to 3 separate tones of the same warm or cool color. The background is opposite. Okay, so a cool color, okay, this person did it all in one color. This is a cool color, blue. Cool colors, blue, green, purple. The warm colors are red, yellow, orange. I'm going to that is posted on with all of the other information for this project. So if you want to pull it up you can do that. Okay. Now, blue, green, purple. So she chose to do a cool color. She only did this in blue. You only do one color. Black is not technically a color. So I've got black, blue, blue, all different shades of blue. You only do the person in one color. You can see that with every one of the examples. The person is only done in one color. That's it. One color throughout. Yeah, this is orange, but that's a really light orange, and that's a darker orange. Okay, this one's done in well, technically it would have been red, but this is red is a type of pink, or pink is a type of red. So you've got, light, darker, and then black. So you only do the person in one color. Now you're going to do the background in an opposite. So this person decided to do blue, which is a cool color. That means the background has to be done in the opposite color scheme. So they decided just to do orange and white. White is not a color. Black and white are not considered colors. So you've got cool color here. Background is done in a warm color. Cool color, yellow and red, both of these are warm colors. Warm color, orange, background is blue, cool color. Red or pink, okay, warm color, background blue and white, cool color, okay? So keep that in mind while you're doing this project, that you've got to decide on doing what you're going to do the person in. You're going to do the opposite for the background. Okay, second thing on the rubric I want you to look at. The painting is the painting part. The painting is very neat. No paper is seen at all. The edges are smooth. The background has design elements. So what that means is two things. A few things. I'm sorry. The painting needs to be neat, meaning your edges are super smooth. Okay, I don't see scraggly edges all over the place. I don't see the paper. I don't want to see even a micro, like even a tiny little bit of paper. Everything has to be painted. Especially I'm talking about between one color and the next color. Don't leave a little bit of paper in there where I can see it. Okay? And the background element has a design. You have to do some type of design in the background, whether it's polka dots or lightning bolts or just a square or rectangles or a giant rectangle or diamond, whatever. You need to make some kind of element in the background. So let's just look at each one of these, alright? Nice and smooth painting. Background is in a warm color. Design elements. No paper showing. Beautiful. A+, 100%. All done in one color. I don't see any paper in here. Really great painting. This painting is just great. It's all smooth throughout the entire thing. The background's a nice design. A+, 100%. This one, little bit of points off. Background, awesome. Okay, I would have liked the dots to be a little bit neater. You can tell they raced through those. I don't really see any paper in here, but if you look, the edges on this one are a little scraggly in places. Just a little bit. It's not as smooth as I would have liked it in places. especially like right around here and up here. So just make sure, oh, that's really bad right there, all that all over the place. So I won't take off a ton of points, and maybe only would take off 5 points on it for the scraggly nature of it. But otherwise, awesome project. This one, another great project. The painting could have been a little bit neater in some of these edges, but this one is better than the other one that I just showed you. So I would say that maybe I would only take about 3 points off on this one. But the painting is not 100% neat, but it's still really, really good. They got a nice job. I love the background design they have on this one because it's not uniform. It's not like they did the same thing over and over. Like they kind of did this nice design, but it's like kind of not symmetrical. So yeah, these are 3 examples of the project. This is all these people got A's on them. Some of them got mid A's, some of them got A pluses. So this is what we're looking for in the project. This is where I want you to go. So what you're going to do is, after you understand this, okay, you're going to go on to the next step, which is beginning to paint it. Okay, so now what you've done is you've traced all this out. You've gotten all of the dark lights and grays on here. Now it's time to start painting them. Always, always, always paint light to dark. Don't start with the dark areas. Don't start with the gray areas. Start with the lightest areas. So I've decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my person red. Okay? And I need to somehow mix that color. Now I'm going to start out with the lightest color. So that would mean I'm looking for the light version right here. I don't want it to be white, but I still want it to be really, really light. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to mix a lot of white, okay, with a little bit of red. Now I've got these 2 colors right here, and I'm going to just come in with my, mix that up, and now I've got a very, very light pink color. This is going to be my light areas. My suggestion to you right away, wipe off your brush. You don't want to have too much paint on here when you start off, especially when you're doing some of the little areas. Too much paint is going to be a big problem. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start painting the light areas. I'm looking directly at my picture here and I'm trying to match the light areas here with the light areas here. So I'm just going to come in here, a little bit of paint, and I want to make sure I'm getting really nice edges, so I'm putting my hand down. I'm not trying to paint up like this, and I'm making sure that while I'm painting, this is going to get nice and smooth edges to it. Now what I'm going to do first is I'm going to edge it out. I like to go around just the outsides and make sure that I get a nice clean edge before I go and fill everything in. Alright guys, last part of this is daily cleanup. If you're going to look at this, you're going to see that I've got some paint right there, I've got some paint in the cup, and I've got my brush that has paint on it. Well, the first thing I'm going to want to do is take my paint. I know this sounds wasteful, but trust me, it's a lot easier. I'm just going to take my paint with the paint in it, toss it in the garbage can. Don't need it anymore. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here, I'm going to wash off my brush. I'm going to put it underneath the water, and I'm going to make sure that I take my finger and push it against my finger. This works a lot easier with 2 hands. Shake it off a little bit, maybe even pinch some of it dry, turn off the water, bring it back into this container, put it in your paint container. The last thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make sure that you clean up your area. I've got some paint on there. I'm going to want to make sure I just get a wet rag and I'm going to wipe it up.